Hello, people on the internet.
No!
This is another episode of the X-Pound Fantasy League, the good XFL.
Yes!
And we are here to do the usual. We're obviously running late. This is obviously Monday. This is going to be for last week. We just couldn't work things out of the weekend due to a combination of snowstorms and timing and just all kinds of problems we were having. With me is Jeff.
What's up?
I'm James Phoenix, obviously. And we're going to do the thing. Hopefully this week we'll keep things on schedule and we won't have this happen again. Obviously next week we'll have the Elimination Chamber to score, so that'll be on Thursday of next week.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and open up our documents and see where we are score-wise, and hopefully we can get through this and it won't take too long. Let's not go off on too many tangents.
Hmm.
All right, let's see. That window out. Screen share. Okay, so as you can see, as of last week, still in the lead by a few 100-point margin at 43.30 is the Extremely Legit Yes Movement. In second place at 39.75 are the Rowdy Last Kickers. And me with the Big Dogs Club minus a big dog way the hell back in third at 26.16. Way the hell back there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at the leaderboards. Right at the top, we got Seth freaking Rollins, number one contender to the Universal title at 345. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey coming in at 289. Her number one contender, pseudo number one contender, Becky Lynch at 270, winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. Dean Ambrose coming in at 245. He's tied with Finn Balor. Akira Tozawa's at 236, followed by Asuka, the SmackDown Women's Champion, at 229. Kalisto of the Lucha House Party at 223, followed by Hideo Itami at 216. And Baron Corbin running out the top 10 at 211. And if you just count that tie, then Daniel Bryan, the WWE Champion, comes in at 207.
Cool.
All right. So let's talk about this.
Let's.
All right. Anyway, we open up with Stephanie McMahon and Becky Lynch.
All right.
And before Stephanie can even introduce her, Becky comes out. Stephanie then finishes the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Lynch said that she's got a lot of reason to be smiling. Somebody said she's never seen anybody go toe-to-toe and stand in angry Ronda's face and smile at her. Becky said she's got a lot to be smiling about because she won the Royal Rumble, is going to WrestleMania, is going to slap the head off of Ronda along the way. Somebody said that she's happy about it because of her history with Ronda and asked Becky if she's okay with her knee injury. And Becky quickly said that I'm fine. In reply, images were shown of when Nia threw Lynch off the ring steps and she favored her knee. She managed to finish the match by dumping Charlotte out of the ring in the Rumble match. And she said that she's the glitch in their plan, the one they didn't plan for. And Becky said she's fought her entire life to get where she is today. I asked you to over apart. Stephanie said Becky's all heart, but she's been refusing medical attention the last 8 days. And that she remembers when Nia broke her face and all Becky wanted to do was fight. And she said that, well, Becky is tough and is all heart and she'll do anything she can. And that she cannot let Becky physically compete until she's cleared by the medical staff. Lynch said she's the glitch in their plan, the one they didn't plan for, and she's fought her entire life to get where she is. And asked Stephanie what she knows about struggle. She's just the daddy's girl that never had to fight for anything. She fired up saying she rose up, fought her way to WrestleMania, adding nothing Steph or a doctor can do about it. And Stephanie said it's a liability to let her compete while she's hurt, so all she has to do is get her knee checked. And then this is one of the biggest matches ever. And told Becky to not be thick-headed about this and go see the doctor because it's about her health. Becky said that they're not taking her moment away from her and refuses to do so. And Stephanie said that Becky didn't want to do that and that if Lynch won't see the doctor, Stephanie would suspend her. She asked Becky not to make her do it, but Becky shook her head. So Stephanie replied that until you see the doctor, until that moment, from this moment on, you're suspended. This led to booing from the audience. Becky then attacked Stephanie with punches and took her down, tried to put her in the disarm her, but was favoring the injured knee and couldn't lock it in. Security refs and Adam Pearce ran in and broke it up, which led to Stephanie kicking Becky and then Steph leaving the ring, and Becky limped her way up the aisle as the music played and the people cheered. That's a promo and an assault to Becky.
All right, then.
No. All right. So come back for the break, and Becky is being escorted through the backstage area. Ronda walks up to her, and they have a stare down. And Ronda says that she's a professional, and Becky just robbed the fans of their first match together by attacking Stephanie, and says that Becky should have stayed home and rested her knee instead of coming to Raw and moping. So then Becky and Rousey also added in ice and Advil, bitch, in terms of getting her knee healed up, and Becky was then escorted out of the building. We then cut out to the ring where Liv Morgan was already in the ring with the remaining members of the Riot Squad outside the ring. Ronda then went out to the ring, had a match against Liv Morgan, and proceeded to tap her out with an armbar in about 2 minutes.
Okay, then.
After this, Rousey challenged Sarah Logan to a match since she was talking shit, so Sarah Logan got in the ring. There was a commercial break in the middle of this, but all said and told, Rousey slapped in an armbar, and Logan managed to get to the rope. Went straight to a commercial, came back. Rousey worked over Logan with punches, put the armbar again, and tapped her out in about 4 minutes. So Ronda with 2 quick match victories. And following all of this, Ruby Riott teased going after her and having a match with her, but thought better of it and left instead. And she was then interviewed by Dasha Fuentes in the back and said that she'll face Ronda when she's ready, but right now she needs to be with her friends because that's what friends do, and that's something Ronda knows nothing about. So let's see here. What do we got? So Ruby Riott is going to get 2 accompaniments and a promo.
Fair.
So that would be, what's coming at 5? So that'd be 10 and another promo. So 15 points to Ruby then. Which is 81. Puts her at 86. And then Liv Morgan gets 5 for being in a match. And she did not have any moves, so she just gets 5. And Sarah Logan at least had a reversal for getting into that first armbar. So Sarah Logan gets 5 for being in a match and 3 for a reversal. So 8 points to Sarah Logan. And then Ronda Rousey is going to get 40 points for winning 2 matches, 10 points for competing in 2 matches. Is 50 points, and 3 arm bars is 53 points to Ronda.
And the promo.
And 5 for her promo backstage with Becky, right? So it's 58. Where am I going? So let's see. So 89, 99, 09, 19, 29, 39, and 8 is 347. And I'm relatively sure that's first place for Ronda.
For now.
For now. All right. Rolling along in the program. After all that went down, Sasha and Bayley do an interview in the back where they talk about their plans to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross walk over and they taunt them, indicating that no, they are going to win. So a promo to those four ladies.
Okay, then.
Indeed. Bayley and Alicia. All right. So after all that, we go back out to the ring. Oh, well, it's during the course of this promo, by the way, Charlie Caruso mentioned their failures against Ronda Rousey, Sasha and Bayley. Bayley said that as a team, they're the best, and that it would be an honor to win the tag titles. Come Elimination Chamber, they'll make history again. Alicia and Nikki showed up, talk trash, and Nikki Cross said they're about chaos, and Alicia said not to cross the Fox. Yes, he said don't cross the Fox. You know, their names kind of put together. So, anyway. Next, we cut out to the ring where all these teams were already there. And this is going to be a four corners tag team match with the winning team earning a Raw tag team title match. Which Michael Cole helpfully pointed out that, you know, they did this on SmackDown. We figured we'd do it here too.
Let me guess. Sasha and Bayley win?
No, this is the men's one.
Oh, this is the men's one. Okay.
This is just for a straight up match for the titles, not for the Chamber.
All right. So who's in this match?
This match consists of the B team versus the Lucha House Party versus the Revival versus Heavy Machinery.
Huh. That was either a pretty good match or a complete clusterfuck.
Sounds like it wasn't bad.
All right, we'll go through it.
I will tell you, according to John Canton, it was 2.5 stars.
That's kind of trash, but okay.
Well, that's halfway of it. You know, that's considered average. That's right in the middle. If you're considering it's out of 5 stars. Now, the winners of the match were the Revival.
Damn it.
And so they did the usual thing where any two guys are in the match, they could tag any other guys. So Heavy Machinery got to show off a lot by doing some double team moves. There was a lot of the team trying to counter them. B team was just there to get beat up. Lucha House Party did some fancy moonsaults and shit. Dawson and Wilder controlled Grand Metal League for a little while. Gable and Rude were watching on a monitor in the back. Dorado got a tag and hit a kick and a crossbody. Started taking control for a little while. Hit a double stunner on the Revival guys. Dozovic and Dallas tagged themselves in. BT managed to connect on a double neck breaker on Kalisto. Dozovic then hit a double clothesline on the B team guys and kind of cleaned house for a little while. Axel broke up the pinfall on this. Tucker Knight then hit an overhead suplex on him. Dozovic went after Wilder, so Dawson tagged himself in. Rolled up Dallas. Dallas got a 2 count of his own. Wilder then tagged himself in, and they hit a shatter machine on Bo Dallas for the pinfall win.
Oh, it wasn't an elimination. It was just a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, fatal 4-way, just first fall to a finish.
Fair enough. How did Heavy Machinery rate to get 2 #1 contender matches back to back?
What other teams are on Raw?
Huh?
What other teams are on Raw besides these guys?
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, they were in the SmackDown one and this one. Is my point. They rated high enough to get number one contender matches on both shows.
Oh, were they in the SmackDown one?
They were in the SmackDown one.
Oh.
As far as I recall, I remember getting points for that. I was like, wait, what?
Fair enough.
They didn't win either one, obviously, but they rated high enough to get that spot in that match in both shows. It's like, wait, what?
Well, it's because they're new and they want to show them off, but as has been demonstrated by all the NXT people they called up, other than maybe Nikki Cross, they have no idea what the fuck to do with any of them.
Have them win the match.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with these superstars if you don't make them credible. And if you're too scared to make them credible, then you're never going to have anything to do with them.
Mm. Well, in fairness, they also didn't get pinned in any of the matches.
True.
Also, the problem you're running into with that particular situation...
Well, they did in the SmackDown one because the SmackDown one was an elimination match.
That's true. Okay. I don't know. But the problem on Raw is that the Raw Tag Champs are face, so that, heels needed to win that match.
Yeah, but if they were going to have the Revival win it anyway.
Yeah, well.
They could have, I don't know, put the fucking Edgeheads in there.
Yeah. They're building up their storyline where it's going to take them a while to build themselves up.
Fair.
So, let's just run through this real fast. This is a specialty match. So, base is 5 for match, 3 for specialty, so it's 8. So, the B team members get 8 points for showing up.
Or if they needed a semi-legitimate tag team to be in this match, they could have always put in Beauty and the Man Beast, former tag team champions.
That's true. They're not doing anything. They could have done that.
The newly reunited Beauty and the Man Beast, I might add.
Yep. What else we got here? Let's see. Who else was in the match? We'll get them last. All right, so Lucha House Party. Dorado and Metalik were representing the House Party, by the way.
Yeah, they're the official tag team.
Yeah. I'm just going to assume Kalisto was at ringside and give him 5 points.
All right.
I don't remember if he was or not, but I'm just going to do it for the sake of...
There's a pretty good chance he was, especially since they didn't bother to show up on 205 Live. So
yeah. All right, so Dorado and Metalik are going to get the base 8. Metalik had 1 move for Moonsault, so he'll get 9. 16. And let's say Dorado had 2 moves. So he will get himself the base 8 to his 10 points to Lindsay. And then we will have ourselves... Let's see who's next. Tucker Knight did not do any moves as far as I could tell, so Tucker Knight will get the base 8. Otis Dozvik will get the base 8 plus 1 for the Caterpillar. This is 9 to Otis. And lastly, your winners, the Revival. Wilder was legal man, so Scott Dawson will get himself 15 points for being on the winning team. He will get base 8 is 23, and 1 move for the Shatter Machine is 24 points to Scott Dawson. It's 137. And Dash Wilder got the pinfall. So Dash Wilder will get 20 points for winning this match. He will get 10 for winning a specialty match is 30. He will get base 8 is 38. And 1 for the Shatter Machine is 39 points to Dash Wilder.
Fair.
And 8 is 157. Okay. Moving along. Following all this, we see Kurt Hawkins, who was watching the match from the backstage area. Zack Ryder came in and told him that they'll be in the match next time. And Hawkins says that he's toxic and is clearly holding Ryder back, and Ryder shouldn't be taking pity on him and tagging with him. And he asks, he points out that he has lost 230 some odd, or 230, 250 some odd matches, whatever his record's at right now. For over 2 years, he hasn't won a match, and that's why Ryder would want anything to do with him. And Zack Ryder makes the counterpoint, and I'm assuming this was accurate because I didn't go back and check it. But Zack Ryder makes the point that, dude, I've been working here for 13 years, okay? Last week, we went out on Raw. That little thing they put up when we come out for the entrance, they spelled my name wrong. Which they did. They put Z-A-C-H instead of Z-A-C-K.
Wow.
Or so he claimed.
That's funny.
Yeah, I didn't go back and check it. But anyway, Zack Ryder pointed out the dude. They spelled my name wrong, and I've been here for 13 years. Let's be honest. At this point, I'm as much a loser as you are. You can't drag me down because I really can't go any lower. I'm down here with you, but together we're going to pull each other back out of this.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. And he says they're not going to lose much longer, and that they're going to end Kurt Hawkins' losing streak together. So promo to Ryder and Hawkins. Hashtag Cinderella story. All right. We cut over to, let's see here. Yeah, I'm not going to count that because he just took it briefly. We go out to the ring, and we're joined by Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Who goes out to the ring, gets on the mic. And Kurt talks about how he has always lived his life by the 3 I's. Intensity, integrity, and intelligence. And that for the past 20 years, he has accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish. From winning the European Championship all the way to the WWE Hall of Fame. He tore the house down with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. He soiled this ring with milk in one of the greatest segments in Raw history. As the GM of Raw, he made sure they settled things in this ring. He got to meet the son that he never knew he had, and the fans were always there to tell him how much he sucks. And I noticed that it's not here in... Oh, there it is. Okay. So, Kurt continues. And he said that the problem is lately, instead of 3 I's, he's dealing with 3 D's. And those 3 D's are doubt, defeat, and depression. And he said that the past few matches he had didn't turn out how he wanted them, especially against Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Angle said he wanted to prove how much he had left. Points out that, over the course of his career, he's beaten everybody and even won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. But he said that there's one opponent that he knows he cannot defeat. And that opponent is Father Time. He said that there comes a point in every athlete's career where he has to decide whether... And Kurt Angle does not get an opportunity to finish because he's interrupted by Baron Corbin's theme music. Corbin comes out and says that he's saying that he should wrap this up already, and because people came here to see wrestling, not hear him talk. And then asked if we should feel sorry for him, pointing out that this should have been the speech that Kurt Angle gave at his Hall of Fame ceremony, and that should have been the last we saw of him. Yeah, but then no, he had to go. He had to go take the GM job. He had to be the center of attention. Then he had to prove he could still go in the ring, and now this is where he's at. He refers to Kurt as a broken old man, and Kurt replies back that if Corbin would like to come down to the ring, this broken old man will be happy to snap his ankle in two. However, Drew McIntyre then comes out next and continues talking shit to Kurt and telling Kurt that he's not a warrior anymore. He's scared. He saw the fear in Kurt's eyes in the matches that he's had with him. He says that Angle is a man who cannot help himself. Where 1 minute he's ready to move on, but then the next, he wants to fight the man that beat him literally last week. People used to look in your eyes and see a warrior, Kurt Angle. But before I tapped you out to your own ankle lock, I saw fear. See, the problem with you, Kurt Angle, is that you have no quit in your body. You showed up at the Royal Rumble. You showed up last week. You're going to keep showing up until somebody does something drastic. Portland, get your cameras ready. You will remember this night, because Corbin and I are going to put Kurt Angle down for good. And Corbin and McIntyre then get into the ring and start attacking Kurt Angle. However, as they're beating up Kurt Angle receives backup in the form of Braun, who comes out and drops McIntyre on the ramp. Then Kurt throws Corbin out of the ring. Braun then chases Corbin around the ring. Kurt blocks him on the other side, so Corbin detours through the ring and comes out the other side, and he finally retreats with Drew through the crowd to get the hell out of there. And Braun and Kurt stand in the ring, kind of staring him down.
Am I the only one who thinks Drew McIntyre got kind of a downgrade from Ziggler to Corbin?
Yes, very much so.
God damn it. I guess Ziggler wasn't lying when he said he's on hiatus at the moment.
Clearly not. On the plus side, I know this is a week out, but Kevin Owens had a promo from a bowling alley tonight with his family where he informed us that he's been cleared and that he doesn't know whether he'll be on Raw and SmackDown, but he'll be back in about a month.
Fair. So, right. Promos and assaults all around.
Well, technically speaking, they ran away before Braun could hit anybody.
Fair.
Actually, no, he knocked out McIntyre on the ramp. So actually, no, he did hit somebody. So yes, promos and assaults all around. You are correct, sir.
Fair.
All right, so Braun, that's 9 points for promo and assault. That's 87 for Braun. And Baron Corbin. What did I say? 9? Yeah, so that's going to put him right at 220. And Drew McIntyre be at 209. And Kurt Angle at 91. All right, rolling along. Then we had a Black History. We had a Black History Month video package. This included footage of superstars like The New Day, Ember Moon, Nia Jax, and Tamina visiting the Civil Rights Museum in Birmingham, talking about Martin Luther King Jr. and others for Black History Month. So that's cool. Let's see, we then come back to a graphic of Brock Lesnar beating up Seth Rollins last week. We have a nice graphic for WrestleMania reminding us of the match. And then we, let's see, Sasha Banks' music played as we got ready for the aforementioned women's match. But when nobody came out, we cut to the backstage area where Alicia and Nikki just jumped Banks, Sasha, and Bayley in the back, and we're just beating them up in the backstage area. Bayley managed to get back up, but the heels attacked her, and they dominated the brawl, putting Banks and Bayley down. And then the referees checked on them as the commentators wondered whether this match was even going to happen. So we go to a commercial break after concern about this and come back where the match does in fact occur. So that's start off with an assault for Alicia and Nikki. All right. So, like I said, after the commercial, we come back and we do have the actual match. Apparently, the ladies came out and started the match during the commercial. And the storyline was, of course, that having been assaulted before the match, that Sasha and Bayley were at a disadvantage. But despite this, they overcame that disadvantage and won the match. Specifically, Bayley getting Alicia Fox with the roll-up of death.
Really, they didn't even rate high enough to warrant getting a finisher?
Nope.
Fuck you.
So. Oh, I don't know. It's also worth noting that other than pulling Bayley out of the way of a move at one point, Sasha did not even tag it or compete in this match. She was just in the corner.
Wow.
Rumor has it that she has some minor injury, so she might have not been totally cleared for action.
They're that confident that she'll be fine in like a week, huh?
Well, this was 2 weeks ago at the time, so
2 weeks. Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this here. Let's see here. So Nikki Cross didn't really have it. Actually, Sasha didn't do anything, and Nikki Cross didn't really hit any moves either. She threw Bayley out of the ring at one point and hit a splash at the corner and a bulldog, but none of this was her move, so it didn't really matter a good goddamn. So heel-wise, Nikki Cross will get 5 points for being in the match, and Alicia will get 5 for being in the match, and one move is 6. So 5 for Nikki, and 6 for Alicia. And then Sasha will get 15 points for being on the winning team, and 5 for competing, sort of. There's 20 points to Sasha. And Bayley gets 20 points for winning a match, 5 for being in, it's 25. And 2 moves is 27 points to Bayley. Which works out because that just has to put her at exactly 220. Which ties her with Baron Corbin, actually. At the bottom of the top 10 right now. So moving on. We come backstage to Apollo Crews, where he does an interview, and he talks about his discussion with Kurt Angle earlier, saying that, which we had seen him talking to Kurt, but we didn't hear anything they were saying. And the Crew says that he wants to see the Olympic gold medalist compete tonight, and that Kurt's allowed to lose a few matches now and again with all the wins that he has under his belt. But Razor and Drake Maverick walk over, and Drake and Crews exchange some words, and Crews makes a joke about Drake being Razor's puppet, which was pretty funny. He joked about Razor's hand being up his ass and yada, yada, yada. And Maverick just stared down Crews and said that his Olympic hero, Crews is just upset because his Olympic hero keeps letting him down. So a promo to Apollo and DM the GM. And Minnie to Razor, who was there but didn't actually say anything, except look intimidating.
That's why they pay him the big bucks.
Pretty much.
Especially since he doesn't have a tag team partner at the moment.
Not at the moment, no. So following that, we cut out to the entrance of the DOGG.
Speaking of someone who needs to actually fully retire.
He came out wearing a Damian Lillard Portland Trailblazers jersey.
Okay.
For a cheap pop because they were in Portland.
Okay.
And he did the whole intro.
Mm-hmm.
And decided to at least be comical about taking pot shots at the fact that he is fatter and grayer than he used to be.
Fair.
He then introduced Jeff, the Double J Jeff Jarrett, who made his intro and did his usual opening promo. And Road Dogs said that to Double J that they should finish the song. And so they sang With My Baby Tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. This was just embarrassing to watch.
Of course it was.
Luckily, we were saved from they got through most of it. We were saved from the entire song by Elias.
Yay.
Who is somehow supposed to be the heel in this feud.
I still don't understand how in a feud with Jeff Jarrett, the person Jarrett's feuding with is the heel. How does that work? Jarrett's never the face.
I don't know. But Elias came out with his guitar on his shoulder, and he said that, at least it fits, because that song is just like YouTube because it hasn't aged well.
Ouch.
Jeff Jarrett, given that you keep coming out here without one, I'm starting to wonder if you even play the guitar. And Road Dogg, I gotta ask, what are you even doing here on Raw? Shouldn't you be on SmackDown tanking their ratings?
Ouch! Oh, did he actually say that?
Yes, he did.
Holy shit! Pipe bomb. Damn.
So Elias.
Wait, let me get this straight. He's supposed to be the heel.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
I think the most face thing I've ever heard him say.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Elias continued down to the ring and said that he would rather watch Adam Levine do another halftime show than watch these two old men mope in the ring.
I assume at this point the crowd is firmly behind Elias.
Kind of. And you know, and then added that he then adds that Portland wouldn't know anything about halftime shows because they're not important enough to have their own football team. Which got a nice cheap heel pop from the crowd. And Elias says he's not going to perform tonight because these Portland fans are too ungrateful. And I told the fans to give him a standing ovation. And I did not see the individual, but Elias called out an individual in the audience with crutches, saying that you got to stand up too because there are no exceptions.
Wow.
And you know, he did the walk with Elias bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff Jarrett, having found his voice after all that, tells Elias that in the immortal words of one of his greatest rivals, "Hey Chico, don't sing it, bring it." And it's worth noting here, that's Razor Ramon, kids.
Yes, it is.
Road Dogg threw into the 2 words for you, and the audience did get behind the suck it. So following this, Elias had a one-on-one match against Jeff Jarrett with Road Dogg in his corner. And Jeff Jarrett was aggressive in the opening of the matches with some punches, and Elias bailed out to the floor to take a break, and we went to a commercial. Following the commercial, Jarrett was in control with a hip toss, but Elias got back into it with a jumping knee to the face. He mocked the Jeff Jarrett strut, then did a suck-it taunt at Road Dogg. And the commentators talked up some of Jarrett's accomplishments. And Elias basically controlled the match for a while. Sleeper hold. Jarrett replied with a jawbreaker. Elias kicked Road Dogg off the apron, and he bumped onto the ground. And Jarrett fought back with some maneuvers. But he did the strut, hit an enziguri kick. Road Dogg jumped on the apron again, so Elias punched him down again. Then got back in the ring, dodged a Jarrett move, and hit the drift away to win the match.
Fair. Jim, it just occurs to me.
Yeah.
So this entire feud is predicated on singing and guitars, yeah?
Yeah.
So it just occurs to me, if they needed somebody for Jarrett to team with that wasn't going to embarrass Jeff Jarrett and himself, then that would make sense in this feud. Why didn't they give him Aiden English?
That would make sense.
It's not like, I mean, he's doing fantastic on 205 Live, don't get me wrong. He's great on the mic, but his entire gimmick is he's an opera singer. He'd be perfect for this. And he's current talent. Huh?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway, so let's see what we got here. So Road Dogg is going to get a promo and an accompaniment, and an interference for that matter. So basically 15 points to the DOGG, which I'm just going to note down here with where we have him listed.
He wasn't actually part of the match?
What do you mean?
I was under the assumption it was a 2-on-1 handicap because he kept getting up on the apron.
No, Road Dogg was just in Jeff Jarrett's corner and kept getting involved.
Oh, okay, fair.
Jeff Jarrett gets 5 points for being in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what his moves are, and I ain't looking them up. But I'm pretty sure he didn't use any.
Does he get promo points too?
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll throw it in now. Yeah, but at 19, and Road Dogg gets a promo. Wait, no, did I give Road Dogg his promo?
I don't remember.
No, because I gave him accompaniment, interference, And yeah, I did it. He should have one more point, though. I can't add it. Okay. And then Elias gets 20 for winning a match, 5 for competing is 25, 5 for a promo is 30, and 1 for the drift away is 31 points to Elias.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and a pipe bomb, 36.
Yeah.
How many won? All right. So, post-match, Road Dogg attempted to attack Elias. Jarrett grabbed Elias's guitar and brought it in the ring. Road Dogg told Elias to suck it. And Jeff Jarrett hit Elias with the guitar.
Okay, then. It's a weapon used to Jeff Jarrett.
Yes, we will add that.
Did Jeff Jarrett say, choke on this, slap nuts, when he did it?
I do not believe so.
Oh, come on, this is one thing.
Well, wait till we do. I think last week, one of these weeks, he did call him slap nuts. So he said it at some point. Anyway, that's a weapon use. So that's what's a weapon use? 3.
3.
Yeah. That's 22. All right. Tell Road Dogg attacked him, so Road Dogg actually gets an assault. All right. So after all of that, we see Natalya sitting in a locker room, looking at her stuff and her phone. Dana Brooke walks in and says that she felt bad about what happened last week. Natalya ignores her, and Dana says that, if this is about Dana saying she's better than Natalya, it's because she was pumping herself up. And she says that she's going to go find a McMahon so that she can challenge Natalya to a match next week. And, she's going to prove herself to Natalya. And after Brooke walks out, Natalya pulls out her wireless earbuds and revealed that she didn't even know Dana was there.
Okay, then.
So a promo to Dana Brooke, and I'm going to give it to Natalya also.
Mm-hmm.
And Natalya. All right, so after all that, let's continue on. Apparently 3 weeks from last week, so therefore 2 weeks from tonight, Raw is going to be hosting a birthday celebration for Ric Flair in Atlanta, Georgia. So that'll be interesting. Let's see, replay of Becky attacking Stephanie. And then Finn Balor is interviewed by Charlie Caruso, who noted that he looked like he was in a lot of pain. Balor's ribs are all taped up. Balor says that the Irish are stubborn when wounded, and it feels like it's going around tonight. That was a Becky Lynch joke. Balor said that he took the best punishment that Lesnar and Lashley have to offer, but he's still there, and he won't be pushed down, and he won't stop pushing forward. And the first chance he gets, he's going to take Lashley's Intercontinental title, too. So Balor went out to the ring. Lashley came out next with the Intercontinental title and his hype man, Lio Rush. And Lio Rush had his ring gear on. He talked trash to Balor, saying that he wasn't at Bobby Lashley's level. And Lashley noted that Balor couldn't beat Brock Lesnar and that Lashley could beat Lesnar on the mat, in the ring, and in an octagon. So they said that Balor could face Lio Rush right now instead, and that if Balor impresses Lashley, he just might earn himself an Intercontinental title match. So before the match could start, however, Lashley kicked Balor in the injured ribs. And hit him a few more times in the injured ribs before the bell rang.
Okay, then.
So, cheap shot. We then have a match between Lio Rush and Finn Balor, where Balor was selling the attack to the ribs for most of the match, but managed to come back off of Rush's offense with a kick and a drop kick that sent Lio out of the ring. Balor was on the apron, so Lashley grabbed him by the legs and pulled Balor out to the floor. And after all this, the referee decided that this was absolutely ridiculous and proceeded to eject Bobby Lashley from ringside.
Okay, then.
Bobby Lashley was not pleased by this, but he left. While this distraction was happening, Lio Rush capitalized with a suicide dive. And we went to a commercial. We come back with Lio Rush still in control, but Balor kicked him in the head, put him down by the turnbuckle. When he went up top, Rush tripped him, and Balor got crotched on the rope. Then Lio Rush hit a hurricanrana off the top rope for a 2 count. Balor came back with a sling blade, but Rush countered into a cradle for 2. Rush with a kick and a slingshot off the ropes into a neckbreaker-like move that faked out the cameraman, apparently.
Oh?
That's just what it says. Rush went up top, went for his split-legged 5-star, but Balor moved out of the way. Running drop kick and coup de grace give Balor the win.
There.
Following the match, Lashley came back for an attack, but Balor got away before he could get attacked. So let's see what we got here. So it's Bobby Lashley. He's going to get himself 5 points on a promo. He's going to get himself 4 for an assault on Finn Balor's injured ribs. It's 9. 6 for interfering in the match. Puts him at 15.
And points for ejection.
Yeah. I can't remember. Do we award points for an ejection or take them away for an ejection?
Points for ejection because it's the manager doing their job.
Fair enough. So Lashley gets another 10 points for being ejected, so 25 points to Bobby Lashley. And put him at 224. Lio Rush will get 5 points for being in a match tonight. And that's about it, because his only move he tried didn't connect. So 5 points to Lio Rush.
He did that neck breaker thing.
Is that one of his moves?
I don't know. You have to describe it to me. Or you can give me 5 minutes and I'll go watch the match.
Rush with a kick and a slingshot off the ropes, leading to a neckbreaker-like move that faked out the cameraman.
That doesn't help me. I would say give it to him, personally.
Let's see. The other recap is referring to it as a jawbreaker.
Oh, he is a high flyer, and he does a lot of that kind of stuff, so I'd just say give it to him.
Well, of course you do. You have Lio Rush.
No, I don't!
Oh, right. You traded him.
I haven't had him for like a month.
I forgot you traded him.
Gave him to you.
Which made no sense because I didn't even have Lashley.
Well, but we both thought you did, but now you don't have Lio Rush either, so.
Nah, whatever. Fine, then Rush gets 5 points for competing in 2 moves. And 7 points to Lio Rush then. Puts him at 200 even. Yeah, all right. And then Finn Balor gets 20 points for winning this match. Gets 5 for being in, it's 25. And 5 moves. well, 2 moves and a counter for the avoiding the frog splash. Puts Balor at 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at 275. Oopsie, I didn't mean to do that.
Of course you didn't.
I just killed that. Let's put that back up. Screen share again. Okay. Rolling along. After Balor left, however, we were joined by Paige.
Paige, yeah?
Who proceeded to promote the new movie about her life fighting with my family.
Did she have theme music?
Yes.
There.
And she asked if they missed her. She said there's a special movie coming out in a few weeks about her life and showed a preview for the movie in theaters everywhere February 22nd. So there you go.
Mm.
So Paige isn't on the roster, but spiritual promo points to Paige.
Absolutely.
Next up, it's time for a moment of bliss.
Mm.
Alexa comes out, sits at the stage. She says that her guest is a man of mystery and she can't wait to get to know him better, and introduces her guest, EC3.
Mm.
EC3 makes his entrance, and apparently he had a lot of baby oil on his chest, which Renee Young commented on immediately.
Dean, you should be worried.
Corey Graves put over EC3 being in great shape and said that he's known him for a long time and that he's a star, which is true because they were in NXT together back when he was Derek Bateman.
Fair.
So, Bliss started off saying that, EC3 asked if he's ready for his moment of bliss, saying that he's young, good-looking, and has a large bank account, which makes him a hot commodity. She says she wants to know what it's going to be, Raw or SmackDown. Before he could say anything, they were interrupted by Nia Jax with Tamina by her side. Nia said that no one cares about him. Bliss comments about how annoying it is that she gets interrupted every time she does this show. And Jax says that nobody wants to see this nauseating blind date. And they should be talking about how she broke boundaries at the men's Royal Rumble match and how her and Tamina qualified for the Elimination Chamber tag team title match. She told Alexa that they beat her, with Bliss commenting that it was actually her partner, Mickie James, that got pinned. Nia says that the WWE Universe is talking about her and tweeting about her, wondering what she might do next. Dean Ambrose's music then hit, and he strutted out. Nia was mad about her interruption being interrupted. And he said that he didn't want to be out here, but he has something to say to Nia. He said that, I understand what's going on here, Nia. It makes sense. Based on your actions and things coming toward me recently, it's fairly obvious, Nia, that you have a huge crush on me. I get that. I understand it's because of, my raw sexual magnetism, but I have to ask you to keep yourself in control and to stay away from him, and please not come near me again. Ambrose then asked EC3 who he was, and EC3 went to speak again, but was again cut off as Ambrose knocked the microphone out of his hands. Fans then chanted EC3. Ambrose then asked some questions while asking where EC1 and EC2 are. And then I can't decide if this was a good insult or not a good insult. I have no idea where Dean pulled this from. Okay. But Dean looked at EC3, and after asking about EC1 and EC2, he asks, "You a Creed fan? Because with that haircut, you look like a Creed fan." I'm like, okay,
that's fair.
And he wondered out, and he said he wondered why EC3 hangs out backstage like a Chippendale dancer instead of actually, wrestling.
Also, you want to know where he pulled that from? Look who he hangs out with.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure he stole that from Seth.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see that.
Like, bro, I need an insult for EC3. Can I use this? Sure, go for it.
So anyway, EC3 responded by punching Dean Ambrose in the face. And then marched himself down to the ring as we went to a commercial break. So pausing here for the commercial break. Let's see if we can pick this apart here.
Mm-hmm.
Promo to Alexa
Bliss. Everyone.
Yeah, promo to Alexa Bliss. So we're at 64. Let's see. Even though he didn't actually get to talk, I'm giving a promo to EC3 because not talking is his promo shtick.
We should also get a promo for punching Dean Ambrose in the face.
True. Then we're going to have, let's see, Nia Jax gets a promo. Tamina gets 3 for standing there looking intimidating.
Yeah, which is not easy considering who she's standing behind.
Yeah.
She looks like a little puppy dog standing behind her.
And then Dean Ambrose gets a promo.
Does he get a botch for not mentioning that he's married in front of his wife?
Nah. We'll deal with botch points when we do the Raw for tonight, when we have to talk about how apparently nobody with the name McMahon has the ability to speak tonight.
Fair. But still, he's all talking about how Nia has a crush on him, blah, blah, blah. Not once does he mention, oh, and by the way, I'm married, and he's standing in front of his wife. What the fuck, dude? Come on! And I guarantee you he was probably wearing the wedding ring on his hand. Actually, no, probably not if he's going to wrestle. But still. I mean, that would have been the perfect segue of... And also, you know, by the way, you should stay away from me because I'm married. And then he turns to EC3, and speaking of being married, cover your chest, man. My wife's kind of drooling all over you. That's not cool. Like, it would have been the perfect segue, but no. Come on, Dean. You don't agree?
His contract is done in April. He just doesn't give a shit anymore.
True, but it's his wife. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, she acknowledges it on her end. The least he could do is acknowledge it on his.
I guess. Anyway. So anyway, after the commercial break, when we sorted all this out, we came back to EC3 having a one-on-one match against Dean Ambrose.
Okay, then.
So a main roster debut match for EC3, which he actually wins rather handily.
Wow.
Now, Dean Ambrose putting over the new guy.
On his way out.
Yes. Ambrose whipped EC3 into a steel ring post rather hard, but EC3 countered back with some momentum with a back elbow, a running forearm, and then a Russian leg sweep type trip, slamming Ambrose's face first into the mat. He missed a corner splash, and Ambrose tried to go for some kind of a lifting maneuver, but EC3 countered it into a jackknife cover for the pinfall.
Okay, then.
Oh, there we go.
I guess Alexa got her answer. It's Raw.
Well, we don't know. Remember, Heavy Machinery's competed in matches on both.
True.
None of them are officially assigned.
True.
And now following the match, EC3 celebrated, and the announcers put it over as a big win for his Raw debut while saying that it was lucky. And Corey noted that after what was happening up on the stage and after that performance, he may be getting lucky with Alexa later, too.
Mm.
Which is hilarious because he says that, and I just imagine somewhere in a purple locker room, Buddy Murphy has a pad and is like, Corey Graves. Anyway,
Corey Graves, you just made the list.
Something like that. By the way, this is completely unrelated. Can I just take a moment and remind everybody that Chris Jericho is awesome?
He is awesome.
I was on Twitter the other day, and literally somebody like he had posted this tweet about something else that was going on, and or rather no, somebody put up a tweet. Somebody posted a tweet and tagged in it, and it was a woman, and she was like, I'm in the airport with my husband right now, and he's freaking out because one of his childhood heroes at I Am Jericho is sitting at the table eating breakfast right next to us, and Jericho being Jericho, reply quote of the tweet was like, okay, well, where are you? Why haven't you said hi yet? And they were all like, and she was like, it's like, are you sure we're immediately to your left? And so then they followed up with that. This followed up for both accounts with pictures of them together eating breakfast.
That's awesome.
So that was cool. So anyway, all that happened.
Y2J.
AE-dub.
Yes.
So let's see here. Following all that, Dean Ambrose gets 5 points for being in a match, I guess. That's about it.
Yep.
Puts him at 255. And then EC3 gets 20 points for winning his Raw debut, 5 points for being in his Raw debut. He gets 1 move. And three for managing to counter something or another.
I mean something or another.
I don't remember what he countered. He countered something.
Okay.
What did he get? Oh, he countered a Dirty Deeds.
Oh, okay.
Ambrose went for a Dirty Deeds and he countered it.
Fair.
And EC3 got his point for a running crossbody, which is one of his maneuvers.
Fair.
So anyway, he gets 20 for winning his Raw debut, 5 for having his Raw debut, and 4 on a combination of moves and counter is 29 points to EC3. 39 and 6 is 45. Cool. All right, so we see Kurt Angle warming up backstage, and Charlie Caruso goes up and interviews him. And Angle says that he had a feeling that he might end up in a match tonight, so he just happened to pack his ring gear just in case. And Braun Strowman then came in and said that it's an honor to tag with Kurt Angle. And said that before the night is over, Corbin and McIntyre are going to get these hands.
Fair.
It's true. It's damn true.
Braun actually said that?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome.
So, that's fun. These are a fun team. All right, so let's see here. Promo to Kurt and Braun. Kurt. Okay. So. Next time we go to a commercial. We come back to the commercial to more Crazy Mojo Rawley talking into a mirror.
Okay.
Where he says that from college to the NFL to Wall Street, they always wanted him to be part of a team. You know, he laughed and yelled, "Forget the team. Now it's all about you." So 5 points to Crazy Mojo Rawley. We then had the intros for what is our main event match of Braun Strowman and Kurt Angle versus Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin.
Let's go, Drew Mac.
Clap, 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 clap. Now, technically, Drew Mac did win.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you say technically?
Because he won via DQ because Braun wouldn't stop punching him.
Oh.
And Corbin, for that matter.
Fair.
So, yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, Angle starts off with some suplexes. Braun takes Drew out early on as Kurt suplexes Corbin around for a while. Corbin fights out. Drew cheap shots Angle from the apron, and Corbin is able to turn things around for a little while. Kurt takes him down with a double leg, but Drew blind tags himself in and drops Kurt, then hits him with his own Olympic slam. Braun manages to hot tag off of this and cleans house. The heels double team Braun and slow him down. They attempt to double suplex him, but instead he suplexes both of them simultaneously. Kurt gets a tag and then Germans both of them around for a while. Dumps Drew out. That hits Corbin with an Olympic slam. Goes for a cover, but Drew jumps back in and breaks it up at the last second. Braun then comes in and tackles Drew, then attacks Corbin, and he's not the legal man, but continues assaulting both, so the ref DQs him.
Mm.
Post-match, Braun continues the assault until Drew hits him with a Claymore kick, and Braun, this is outside the ring, he gets hit with a Claymore kick, and Braun falls over the barricade into the crowd. Drew then pulls Kurt Angle out to ringside, slams him into the barricade. Corbin comes over for a double team on Angle, and they slam him into some ring steps, then take the steps in the ring and slam Angle on top of the steps, but Strowman runs back in, knocks both men down, and then choke slams both men on the ring steps. Braun and Kurt then raise their hands in celebration as Raw goes off the air.
That was the main event?
That was the main event.
Wow, no Seth Rollins that week?
No Seth Rollins.
Wow, that makes me sad.
Rumor has it Seth is dealing with a minor injury.
Oh, that's great.
Not enough that he wouldn't necessarily show up to cut a promo, but he probably won't be wrestling for a few weeks. Which is apparently fine considering that Elimination Chamber is this Sunday and there's literally no Raw matches booked for it except for Ronda's title defense.
Really?
Well, and now the tag title match because Bravo won a tag title match. Those are the only two Raw matches booked so far. And the Raw half of the women's chamber, obviously.
Right.
So.
All right, then. Well, go ahead and do the points.
Yep. So we're going to start off. Everybody's going to get assault post-match. So we'll just tack that on to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the moves are already commented for. And all the weapons involved using people on weapons and not weapons on people. Therefore, no weapon points.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start off with the technical losers, Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman. Kurt Angle's going to get 5 points for being in a match. He's going to get 4 for being in the main event. It's 9. And Kurt Angle had 5 moves. That's 14 points to Kurt Angle. Which puts Kurt Angle at 110. Braun Strowman will also get 5 points for being in the match. He will get 4 for the main event is 9. 2 moves puts him at 11. And Braun will then lose 4 points for getting himself intentionally disqualified.
Yeah.
Which will bring Braun back down to 7 points.
Plus the assault.
I counted the assault.
Yeah, okay, 7 points it is.
Because it was 5 for the match, 4 for the assault is 9, and 2 moves was 11, minus the 4 is 7.
So you're not going to give him main event points?
Oh, okay, you're right. So it's still 4 more. All right. Still 11 then. My bad. 3-103. Okay.
You need to give Kurt Angle main event points.
Did I not give him main event points?
Well, I'm assuming so since you didn't give Braun main event points.
Could have sworn I did, but all right.
Doesn't matter. You need the points anyway.
Yeah, all right. Anyway. So the technical winners are Drew and Corbin, but it's a win by DQ, so they don't get any points for it.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, Baron Corbin will get 5 points for the match, 4 for being in the main event. It's 9, 4 for an assault is 13, and he had an evasion, despite having no moves. So 16 points to Corbin. And then Drew McIntyre will get 5 for being in the match, 4 for the main event is 9, 4 for the assault is 13, and 1 Claymore kick is 14 points to Drew McIntyre. $19 to $23. Okay. Let's go to the scores.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, 205 is back on the same day as SmackDown now. There we go. Okay, let's see where we're at. Boop. Save, data, refresh, save. Okay. So, still in the lead at 44.99. Extremely legit, yes, movement. The Rowdy Last Kickers keep it pace at 42.33. I'm still weighing a bag at 27.85.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. Let's move on to the SmackDowns.
Mm-hmm.
You got the points?
I got the points.
All right. Let me open up the, where is the SmackDown Worlds? Here we go. I get this thing open. There we go. Come on, load.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So SmackDown this week was live from Everett, Washington.
Fair.
Jeff didn't go.
No, I did not.
Is that anywhere near Seattle? I have no idea.
It's not too far. It's north of Seattle.
Fair. So, get all the stupid things to close out.
I'm sure Daniel Bryan enjoyed sleeping in his own bed for once.
Yeah. Oh, didn't he and Brie move out of Washington to Arizona?
No, they live in Seattle.
Oh, I thought they lived in Arizona.
No, they live in Seattle.
Okay.
They have a lake house in Seattle somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm sure he enjoyed being home in his own bed, play with his daughter, do dad stuff.
Yep. So, we open up SmackDown with the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Whoa.
Who came out and said that the only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance.
Okay.
And that Becky refused medical attention, beat up Stephanie McMahon, and her rogue behavior got her suspended. And she said that she really hopes that Becky sees the doctor, goes to rehab, and is able to compete at WrestleMania. And when some fans chanted Becky, Flair mocked them and Becky, saying that if it comes down to it, she knows somebody who is 100% healthy and would love to face Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. She never proceeded to point at the WrestleMania sign. The fans booed her. As Flair pointed at the WrestleMania sign, Becky Lynch emerged in the crowd right under the WrestleMania sign. She then limped her way down the stairs. And Flair ordered security to go and check and make sure that this fan had a ticket. The fans chanted Becky. And Flair took an interesting shot.
Okay.
Pointing out that it's because she does the woo thing. So I said it's one thing to steal her dad's catchphrase. It's another thing to steal Roman Reigns' entrance.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, Becky limped her way to the barricade and was able. Some security guys showed up but did nothing. Good effort, guys. So anyway, Becky managed to pull herself over the barricade and grabbed a mic. And said that Charlotte was boring people to death. And Flair countermocked Becky for being in clown school. And Becky got in the ring and began arguing as referees got in the ring to keep them apart. And Adam Pearce was there. Triple H's music hit and he came down to the ring. And said that Becky was suspended and is not supposed to be here. I told Becky to go see the doctor if she wanted to, compete. And Charlotte continued mocking Becky, and Triple H turned around and told her that this did not concern her and she needed to leave.
Right.
So Charlotte did so. And Triple H then turned around and decided that fans are really behind Becky. We need to get this over. Time for me to cut a 20-minute promo. He said that Becky, you were suspended as of last night. You should go home. It's simple. See the doctor. Get cleared. It's as simple as that. And Becky Lynch replied that she doesn't trust him or that any of this is in good faith. And Triple H replied to her that you don't have to see it in good faith. It is what it is. You want the suspension lifted, see the doctor, get cleared to go to WrestleMania and face Ronda Rousey. And until then, go home. As Triple H was about to get out of the ring, Becky asked, how's Steph? And asked if Steph was medically cleared after Becky punched her in the face. Triple H got back in the ring and got in Becky's face and said that I didn't see it till now, but I see it now. I put into the whole I'm the man crap just like everyone else did. But I see it. You're a self-destructor that's afraid of failure. You're looking to be a martyr and find a way out of this whole thing. See, when you got to the pinnacle of your career and got that Survivor Series match against Ronda Rousey, you were looking for a way out, and you got a way out. You knew it was a suicide mission, but you did it anyway, going to Raw like that. And that everybody all of them blamed the doctor for medical prison, as you called it. But it was just a convenient excuse, and that's why you're out here now doing the same thing. The fans continued chanting, and Triple H replied that it didn't concern them either, and they needed to shut their mouths. Here we are again with the convenient excuse looking for a way out. The truth is, Becky, you're just afraid. You're afraid of what the doctor might say. But the thing is, You claim that you're afraid that the doctor will tell you you're not fit to go to WrestleMania. But I think you're afraid that he'll tell you you are. I don't think you're even injured. I think this whole knee injury is just a fake to find a way out of this match with Ronda Rousey. Because you're scared that Ronda will expose you as the fraud that you are. And it's simply this. With the whole world watching, you will prove to everyone that Becky Lynch fears Ronda Rousey. Lynch responded by slapping Triple H in the face. Hunter then stared her down. The fans chanted one more time, but instead Becky smirked and left the ring. And then got over the barricade and proceeded to hobble back up the steps through the crowd.
There's just one irrefutable fact that just completely derails Triple H's entire argument.
What's that?
Becky's the one that challenged Ronda. Why would she be looking for a way out? She's the one literally that went to Raw and said, Ronda, I want to fight you. Why would she be looking for a way out? That's retarded. You don't challenge someone and then look for a way out. That's dumb. You look for a way out when they challenge you and you don't want to fight them. If she didn't want to fight Ronda, she didn't have to. She could have gone after Asuka again, but she chose to go after Ronda. So his argument holds no water. His entire promo is stupid. It's illogical. It makes no sense whatsoever.
But it does. The idea is that once she won the Royal Rumble, people expected Becky to challenge Ronda. If she hadn't done it, she would have looked like a coward. By challenging Ronda and then finding a way out of the match, she doesn't look like the coward. She looks like the hero for wanting to compete and not being able to.
I suppose, except I don't see how people expecting her to challenge Ronda. I didn't. When she won, I was like, oh god, she's going to challenge Asuka again, isn't she?
Except that everybody knew she would take the opportunity to challenge Ronda because of their history in the fucked up Survivor Series match.
I suppose. I don't know. I think it's flimsy at best, personally.
I think it worked. So, promo to Charlotte and Becky.
Yes.
All right. So following all of that, after a commercial break, the team of Gallows and Anderson are already in the ring. The SmackDown announcers introduce themselves. And the heel team of Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev come out to fight the Good Brothers in this match. With Lana in tow.
Of course.
And the announcers also informed us that R-Truth was at home recovering from the assault from last week that he suffered. And Lana was wearing a boot on her purportedly injured ankle.
Fair.
And Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev win this match via a Machka kick. So I guess Shinsuke and Rusev are just a team now.
Okay. Are we going to do more trading?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll deal with it. Well, the Good Brothers did put up a good fight. The whole thing ended when Anderson hit a rocket kick on Nakamura, but then ate the Machka kick damn near out of nowhere. And Gallows had been Kinshasa, so he was kind of out of commission. How are the points looking on this? What do we got?
5 to Miss Boot.
That's 5 to Das Boot.
Yes. For booting it out there.
Pretty much.
Let's go to Luke Gallows.
Let's see.
Ready?
Yep. What do we got?
5 for being in the match. Bunch of moves. 9 points to Luke Gallows.
All right. 59.
And his buddy, Carl Anderson.
Okay.
He gets 10 points because he did one more move.
Okay.
Because he got off that rocket kick.
Right. Makes sense.
You know, Shinsuke Nakamura, who's apparently nothing but a joke to WWE now. And he gets 5 points for being in the match, 15 for being on the winning team, bunch of moves, 24 points to Nakamura.
Okay. That's going to put him at 204 live.
And Rusev gets 26 points only because he actually won the match. He didn't actually do anything.
Fair.
Aside from the Machka kick.
20 what?
Wait, that's not right. What the points she has on here, it should be 27.
Okay.
Because she has 2 moves for him, so it should be 27.
Okay, so that
she doesn't know how to count.
That's 160. Okay.
All right. Moving on. A slew of promos.
Okay. Let's see what we got. First up, Mustafa Ali did a backstage promo saying that, what if the Viper strikes and he misses? You know, what if, and he mentioned some of the other ones too, and says, you know, what if he survives Elimination Chamber and becomes WWE Champion? What if?
Mm-hmm.
Light up Sub-Zero mask.
Okay, then.
Promo to Mustafa Ali. Let's see. Next up, Paige did a backstage segment to introduce the clip of the movie. So we saw a little preview for Fighting With My Family in theaters February 22nd. We're informed that next week. Oh, is that what we're calling this now?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently next week we will have the debut of the new modified, what we're calling McMiz TV.
Okay, then.
Hosted by Shane McMahon. And their guests are going to be the Usos, their challengers for the tag titles.
Fair.
Speaking of the Usos, we go to a promo of them saying that Elimination Chamber, they're going to take on the tag team champs Shane and Miz. And they summarized Miz and Shane trying to be the best in the world like the Usos, with Jay saying that they're different. Jimmy said that they know how to starve and that they are their brother's keeper, and that McMiz TV is about to get locked down. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
Fair.
Promo to the Usos.
Yes.
Next up, Randy Orton made his entrance, and Mustafa Ali was already in the ring, so we didn't get to see cool Sub-Zero entrance. We got an Orton pre-tape promo on the way down to the ring saying that he didn't bother to learn the face of his opponent, and that he was on his way to becoming WWE Champion again. So, promo to Orton. And then Orton took on Mustafa Ali.
RKO'd him, moving on.
Well, more than that, but yeah, fair enough.
It's Randy Orton match, and he wins. It's an RKO out of nowhere for the win.
Yep.
Because,
actually,
of course, they're not going to push Mustafa anymore.
Well, Orton was ready with an RKO. Ali stopped and hit a jumping DDT off the ropes for a 2 count. He went up top again, but Orton grabbed his legs and turned it into an RKO. So there you go.
See, I think it would have been more awesome if he'd have let Mustafa go for the 054 and then popped up and RKO'd him out of the 054.
I am not sure if even Randy could pull that off without hurting him.
Well, he's already injured anyway, supposedly.
That doesn't mean we want to make it worse.
True. So, Mustafa Ali, 11 points for showing up.
You gotta remember, he's coming out with bright colored things on him and doing crazy top rope moves. That doesn't mean we need to put in any more effort to make him the next Jeff Hardy.
Ouch, Jeff Hardy's fine.
Yeah, by some sheer luck of God. All the shit Jeff Hardy has jumped off of and gone through and every goddamn thing else he's done.
Yep. Well, he's become a drug addict at all the right times in his career to allow his body to heal, apparently.
I guess. I don't know.
I think that's the only way he's actually walked right now is because he's been suspended so many times and thrown in jail so many times for being a goddamn drug addict that his body's actually had time to heal.
Yeah.
Like I said, 11 points to Mustafa Ali for showing up.
Yes. 179.
Man, 31 points for Randy.
All right.
For being Randy.
Yep, 86.
Post-match.
After the match, Samoa Joe showed up and put the coquina clutch on Randy Orton and took him down to the ground. Orton passed out. Then Joe hit a running kick to knock Mustafa Ali off the apron.
Okay.
So that would be...
Keep going. According to Tiff, he also had cut a promo.
Oh, yeah, okay. So after this, Daniel Bryan made his entrance in ring gear along with his new hemp title, Rowan in tow. Joe walked up to Bryan and then walked around him and went to the back. Then did a promo backstage where he said that tonight we learned a lesson, and in Elimination Chamber, it will be about devastation, and in the end, it will be him raising the WWE Championship in the air.
You mean the hemp championship?
Yeah, that.
So 11 points to Joe.
Oh, huh.
Okay,
missed that. Well, that'll be interesting for next week.
Okay.
I said I missed portions of Raw. Apparently, the Revival are now the Raw Tag Team Champions. I guess that happened tonight.
Okay, then.
Props to them. Anyway. So I guess does 2 moves constitute an assault? If they were on different people?
Well, she gave him assault points for that.
Okay, then an assault and 2 moves is 6 points to Joe plus 4 for the promo is 10 points to Joe.
5 for a promo. Learn how to count. It's 11 points to Joe, like I said.
Okay, whatever. And then we have a promo from the new Daniel Bryan. Who holds up his ego-friendly title. And said that finally he gets to be in front of people who understand what he's trying to do. And he said that the people of Washington are intelligent people, smart people, and realize that we need change. But unfortunately, as the WWE champion, he speaks to a global audience, and these people that he speaks to don't understand that their selfish behavior kills the planet we all live on. He said that he fills their emptiness by filling their face. They fill their emptiness by filling their faces with deep-fried carcasses, and then he's fighting an uphill battle. And that's why he has created this eco-friendly WWE title. He called it a symbol for people to rally behind, and that the old title was a symbol of excellence, but also a symbol of excess. He said that this is not just a symbol of excellence, but also a symbol for change. He said that there are people that are threatened by change, and Rowan added that they are considered dangerous because of their ideas, and they said that their ideas have good intentions, but that's why people fear them, and especially fear Bryan. And that as long as Bryan is champion, they, the people, will try to silence him. The fans what chanted at him. Bryan said that he serves a greater power than corporate greed, money, and fame because he is the planet's champion. And he said that the suits back there don't like it, while noting that they never wanted him to be their champion. And he complained about having to defend his title against 5 other men in the Elimination Chamber, but said that he's been there before and he knows what it takes, and reinforces how dangerous that situation is. He then shows a video package of Elimination Chamber highlights from past matches. He then goes over the names of his opponents: AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Mustafa Ali, Samoa Joe, and the man he faces tonight, Jeff Hardy. He said they will be locked in the chamber with him, and they want to take the title to put it back in the past with a leather strap. He said that we need him as the WWE champion, and that the planet needs the new Daniel Bryan as the WWE champion. Promo to Bryan and Rowan.
Fair. I also love that while doing his heel streak and being a heel, he still effectively cut a face promo for Washington State.
Yep. So we saw Jeff Hardy watching on a monitor backstage when Kayla Braxton shows up for an interview. Jeff says that as a former WWE champion, it makes him sick to see what Bryan is doing, adding that he still has scars from defending the WWE title, while adding that nobody has disrespected the title from Bryan. He said that Bryan isn't interested in a debate, so he's going to make him shut up. AJ Styles then showed up saying that Jeff's been there for a long time and wondered if Hardy is really the guy to represent the WWE title. And Hardy criticized AJ for not winning the belt back at the Rumble, and Styles blamed Rowan for it. And Hardy said that after he shuts up Daniel Bryan, they'll finish this inside the Elimination Chamber. Promo to Jeff Hardy.
And AJ.
And AJ. Okay. Next up, Carmella.
If Jeff Hardy was smart, and if you really want to go for like a big old pipe bomb, when AJ questioned whether Jeff Hardy was the right man to be representing the title, Jeff Hardy would have turned around to AJ and been like, well, for the record, I've been the WWE champion just like you, but I was a WWE champion when the WWE championship meant something. Which would be true, actually. Or do you think that would not be a dig, Jim?
It'd be a dig, but the WWE would never let him outwardly devalue the current title like that.
I don't know. With some of the promos people have been cutting lately, I think it would fit right in. Because it'd be him basically saying Daniel Bryan is devaluing the title by holding it.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's not him devaluing the title, it's him. It would be him remarking on how WWE has been devaluing the title since he left.
But I think that's an insult, because I think AJ brought significant value to the title.
At some points.
Had a lot of points. AJ defended that thing for hundreds of days of being there every single week and putting on quality matches, while Brock Lesnar fucked off to God knows where and never defended his belt.
That is true.
Anyway. So Carmella and Naomi made an entrance. They're the 6th and final team in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And they did a pre-tape promo with Naomi ripping on Mandy Rose for her ridiculous story last week. And Carmella said that they formed the most fabulous tag team in the women's division, with Naomi adding that they are called the Fabulous Glow.
Okay.
So we're going with that.
Okay, then.
The Iconics did make their entrance, and their pre-tape promo says that winning the titles would make the last 14 years of their careers worth it to them. And we see the women's tag titles at ringside. The team of Sonya and Mandy were interviewed in the back, and they talked about how good they are as a team as Fire and Desire, while Mandy noted that they are the ones that have been in an Elimination Chamber match as opposed to the others. And also noted that Naomi has never pinned her. They then entered, and we have ourselves a triple threat tag team match player with Naomi and Carmella taking on not the Ascension, taking on the Iconics. Right, not the Ascension, not Absolution.
Fair.
Correct that, not Absolution. Yeah.
Add some points while you're doing this, so talk about the match.
So, 2 women are in the ring. The other ones are on the aprons. It's the usual tag anybody you want deal. Quick tag started the match. Naomi had a clothesline on Billy Kay. There was a commercial break. We come back with the Iconics double teaming Carmella. Carmella went face first into Billy Kay's knee. Carmella managed to hit a roll up on Peyton, followed by a kick. Billy tagged back in, and Carmella kicked her into the turnbuckle, and Mandy Rose tagged in, leading to an abdominal stretch on Carmella. Carmella broke free, and Naomi tagged in. So did Sonya Deville. Naomi kicked Deville in the head twice, and then springboard kicked her in the face. Then hit Peyton Royce with a jawbreaker, who had gotten a tag, or who was legal at the time anyway. Naomi turned out with a jumping kick that sent Billy Kay over the top to the floor, tossed Peyton Royce into the turnbuckle, leading to Mandy tagging in. Naomi punched her in the face, leading to cheers, hit a rear view on Peyton Royce. Mandy capitalized on that with a double underhook into a sit-out slam and covered Naomi for the win.
So Mandy and Sonya are the final team entrant for the title match?
No, these teams are all in the match. They were just having a match against each other.
Oh,
these are the 3 SmackDown teams in the match.
So Mandy and Sonya aren't going to win?
Probably not.
Fair.
It's just this is what we're doing because SmackDown didn't have enough teams to actually have qualifiers, so they're just in.
Okay.
So these are the teams we have. Points.
All right, let's go to the Iconics.
Okay, which one?
Doesn't matter. They get the same amount of points.
Well, I'm on Billy, so start there.
So 11 points to them for promo, match, and the 1 double team move.
35. That becomes 34, 45. Yep, all right. And Peyton Royce. It's 11 would become 43. Okay.
All right, let's go to Mella, who is not money.
Mm-hmm.
She gets 5 for the promo, 5 for a match, 2 moves, and an escape for 15 points to Mella.
Okay, that becomes 88, and 5 is 93.
All right, Naomi.
Yes.
5 for a promo, 5 for a match, a whole crap ton of moves, 18 points to Naomi.
Okay, that becomes 87, and 8 is 95.
All right. Sonya Deville.
All right.
She gets 20 points for looking awesome while Mandy did all the work.
Okay.
She
97.
literally did nothing.
Fair enough. Mandy Rose.
25 for being in and winning a match. Bunch of moves. 28 points to Mandy Rose.
And another 8 is 136. All right. So after the match, not Absolution celebrated the win, while Corey Graves claimed that this win was just as big as Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant at WrestleMania.
Okay, then.
He's obsessed with Mandy Rose.
Apparently.
Cut to Andrade in the locker room.
And Zelina Vega.
Andrade said, let's talk about the legend of Rey Mysterio. Zelina said that Mysterio is a folktale, a fable, and a myth, and that last week Andrade stamped out a legend because he needed to. Vega adding that you can't fight fate, and that the legend of Andrade begins with Rey Mysterio's end. A promo to Zelina and Andrade.
Mm-hmm. And now we get to the point of the show where all the points from here to the end of the show all go to me.
Okay, then. Clip from earlier tonight of Becky standing up to Triple H. Video package of Asuka to remind us that she exists and has a belt because she's not here tonight. Jeff Hardy made his entrance, greeted fans at ringside. Go to a commercial. We come back from the commercial to the end of Daniel Bryan's entrance. Rowan is at ringside with him. And your main event match is Daniel Bryan with Eric Rowan in his corner versus Jeff Hardy.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Rowan.
Clap, 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 clap. Bryan took control of the knee to the ribs, followed by an uppercut. Hardy came back with a sling blade-like takedown and a splash. They went back and forth. Bryan hid behind Rowan at one point and then tripped Hardy on the ring steps as we go to commercial. We came back to Bryan grounding Hardy with an armbar in the left arm, wrenching it for a while. Then it was Bryan was on the move. Hardy with an inverted atomic drop and a low drop kick sent Bryan out of the ring with a body drop. Followed up with a clothesline off the apron out to Bryan on the floor. Sent it back into the ring, went up top, and Bryan rolled out of the way and sent Hardy face first into the turnbuckle, followed by a kick to the rope that went into Hardy's face. Bryan worked over Hardy with kicks to the chest, but Hardy avoided the head kick and hit a twist of fate. Went up and hit a swanton bomb, but was right in front of Rowan, so Rowan pulled him out of the ring and threw him into the steps, causing a DQ.
All right, let's go to the points.
Yes.
So 11 points to Eric Rowan for accompanying Daniel Bryan and interfering in the match.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan.
17
points to the new Daniel Bryan.
229.
And Jeff freaking Hardy.
No.
He gets 22 points for doing all the work.
And then 88. Was about 99 points.
All right, post-match.
Indeed. So after the match was over, Rowan sent Hardy back into the ring where Bryan slapped him in a label lock. Samoa Joe then showed up at ringside and threw Rowan face first into the ring post and then put Bryan in the coquina clutch. Randy Orton ran down to the ring and attacked Joe. Then Mustafa Ali and his black eye went down to the ring and hit Orton with a drop kick, and Orton and Joe with a drop kick at the same time. Then hit a suicide dive on Joe on the floor, tried to dive on Rowan, but Rowan caught him, palmed Ali by the forehead, and did that face choke slam onto the announce table, which did not break.
Ow!
Yeah.
Does that count as a table spot anyway?
Yeah.
I need to add a lot of points to Rowan. Hang on a second. Okay. Continue. Jim, hello.
Right, so after all that, AJ makes his entrance as the last man that was part of this match and isn't out here already. Hardy went down to the ring with a kick to the head of Orton. Styles then hit a running knee on the apron that knocked Joe down. He then hit a phenomenal forearm on Jeff Hardy. Bryan left up the ramp with Rowan, so Styles pointed at him and stood tall in the ring while Bryan went to the back. As he arrived in the back, Daniel Bryan ran into Kayla Braxton, who, where Daniel Bryan complained about just having a match, then goes backstage and she's there to try to talk to him. And he said that Rowan is his friend and intellectual peer. He is the best, he's the greatest, and that's why he's the WWE champion. He said that Rowan doesn't hang around to be his bodyguard. They are intellectual peers, and that's why they hang out, and complained about those guys interfering in his match. And Bryan said that the new Daniel Bryan is going to be WWE champion because that's what the planet needs, and that nobody understands him but Rowan. Then there was a shot of AJ Styles in the ring as we went off air.
All right. So let's start with the man with the least amount of points. Randy Orton, 4 for an assault.
Okay.
The only
wasn't there an RKO?
I didn't hear you say RKO. Did he? You just said he came down and assaulted Samoa Joe. Was there an RKO?
I'm checking. Orton went down in the ring. Now just has to go after Joe. Guess not. All right.
4 points to Orton.
Orton. What's Orton at 90?
All right. Samoa Joe. Joe
Okay.
is gonna kill you. 5 points to Joe for the assault in the clutch. Mustafa Ali.
Yes. Joe can kill everybody that he wants. He still has never won a belt.
He will.
We'll see. Mustafa Ali.
6 points for doing one more move than Joe.
Okay. 185.
AJ Styles.
Yes.
7 points for doing one more move than Mustafa Ali.
199.
The new Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
He gets 10 points for the assault, the label lock, and the promo.
Okay, so that puts him at 239.
And his not bodyguard, Eric Rowan.
Yes.
13 points for all the crazy shit.
Yep, that becomes 47.
And that is your smacketh down.
Quite. Let's go see what the results.
The points.
Refreshing the data there.
Do it.
So what do we got? All right. Still in the lead at 46-71 is Extremely Legit Yes Movement, but the Rowdy Last Kicker's right on the heels at 44-15. It's getting close. I'm still way back at 28-07, but we knew that already.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly. Okay. Now I finally get to take a damn break. Take it away.
All right, the 205 Live. So we kick things off with Spanky sporting a new beard, but a nice cropped beard, light beard, versus Mike Kanellis, who apparently did not quit, despite all the reports. Maria comes down with him and once again takes up her requisite seat next to Nigel. I'm going to kiss the ass of any heel that sits next to me, McGinnis.
Nah.
And so she joins the commentary team for this match for a little while.
Okay.
And Spanky and Mike have themselves a match. That was actually not terrible.
Cool.
Until Spanky shows why he's the 20-year veteran and kicks the shit out of Mike Kanellis.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
To be fair, it was only reported that Mike and Maria asked for their release. That doesn't mean it was granted.
Oh, I thought the report was that they were asked for and granted their release.
No, never heard granted, just asked.
Oh, I heard granted. Anyway, so yeah, but literally Spanky suckered him in. Because at the end, he literally played possum and countered a move into the sliced bread.
Number 2.
Yep. He was like, sucker, kadoom. It's like, you got suckered, Mike. At one point, Maria did try to interfere, so she does get interference to that. But yeah, it was pretty good it was a pretty good match. They had counters and Spanky pulling out everything, captain's hooks, super kicks, and stuff like that. Mike Kanellis actually going to his well, pulling out his finishing move, the Power of Love, his high angle spine buster, a bunch of boots. Showing that he does in fact have speed and power, which is good. But in the end, just the wily veteran was too much for the rookie Mike Kanellis. Although I think he's been around for a while too, but not as long as Spanky. So, let's go to Maria Kanellis.
Sounds like a plan. Maria Kanellis. Hello?
All right. She has 16 points for accompaniment, commentary, and interference.
All right. That's going to put her at 31.
Her husband, Mike Kanellis.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 for a match, 6 for counters, 7 for moves. Total of 18 points to Mike Kanellis.
Okay. That's going to put her at 50.
And the man with a plan.
Yes.
5 for a match, 20 for winning the match, 6 for counters, 5 for moves. Total of 36 points to the Brian Kendrick.
37. Okay. Next.
All right. So then we go backstage to a darkened room with Ariya Daivari, where he basically cuts a promo on he who does not have a job anymore. Basically saying, Hideo Itami, I came up here, I helped you, I stood by your side, and as you got opportunity after opportunity, and every time you screwed up, or no, he goes, every time you blew it, you come out here yelling about respect you, screw your respect, I'm done with you. So,
ouch.
Yeah, so it's basically the requisite promo of why did you super kick or why did you clothesline Hideo Itami last week? Follow up.
Fair enough.
It's a pretty good promo by Ariya Daivari. I have to give him credit.
Sounds like it.
So 5 points to Ariya Daivari.
All right, 5 points.
Then we go to the man of the hour, Lio Rush. Another part of the backstage arena where he cuts a requisite promo hyping up the main event match that he's going to be in later that night. And just talks about his opponent. So 5 points to Lio Rush. For blah, 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 heel stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, then.
Yeah. You've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. It's the same shit over and over again.
Fair enough. Lio Rush. Lio Rush at 205 Live.
All right. Then we go back to the Brian Kendrick with his buddy Akira Tozawa to hype up Akira Tozawa for, again, that main event match. It's a fatal 4-way match for the number 1 contendership to the Cruiserweight Championship. So that's what they're hyping up. And so Brian Kendrick, all fresh and sweaty off his match with his jacket back on, hypes up Akira Tozawa. And Tozawa says a few things too. He's like, Tozawa, you need to talk. And Tozawa just does his whole thing, I said before I wasn't going to be a joke, and I'm not going to be a joke. I am going to win this title, blah, blah, blah. So hype up Akira Tozawa. 5 points to Kendrick and Tozawa.
All right. Sounds good.
Truth be told, they cut these guys, all these people cut decent promos. It's just, I've heard it before.
Yeah. 41. So Tozawa and Kendrick?
And Kendrick.
All right. 42. Got it.
Cut to a third room backstage. Alberto Carillo, who somehow managed to get a number 1 contendership match.
Okay.
Cuts a promo, shows that he can actually speak English. 5 points to Alberto Carillo.
Five points to Alberto.
And then to a fourth room, the final man of this match, Cedric Alexander, the soul of 205 Live.
Nice.
5 points to Cedric Alexander for cutting your bread and butter, face your boring promo.
Got it.
Yeah, no offense to Cedric. I like him in the ring, but he's boring as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut to a fifth room backstage, which just happens to be DM the GM's office, with Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher standing there. And Drew Gulak trying to make a bid to DM the GM to accompany Umberto to the ring, and DM the GM goes, absolutely not, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew Gulak says, all right, but when your golden boy starts to go down the wrong path, don't say I didn't warn you. And Drew walks out, and Jack Gallagher just kind of mean mugs and walks out with him.
Okay, then.
So 5 points to Drew for the promo, 3 for Jack for the mean mugging.
Okay.
Enter Noam Dar to replace Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher and DM the GM's office.
Okay.
Noam Dar proceeds to demand a match against Tony Nese next week. DM the GM tells him to fuck off. Noam Dar gives him the same threat Tony Nese gave him of, well, if you don't give me the match, I'll go find somewhere else to beat his ass. And DM the GM goes, fine. You want him that badly? Let's at least do it in a controlled area. You'll have your match next weekend. It'll be Noam Dar versus Tony Nese in a no disqualification match.
Okay, then.
So apparently threatening your GM works for getting what you want in 205 Live. If you're the face.
Right.
So 5 points to Noam Dar.
For being the face.
For being the face.
Okay.
Yeah, note, if you threaten DM the GM, if you're the heel, it's just going to get you suspended. If you're the face, it's going to get you what you want.
Yeah.
Apparently. So we go back to the ring for the main event. Akira Tozawa versus Cedric Alexander versus Lio Rush versus Umberto Carillo in a fatal 4-way elimination match. This was a fucking awesome match.
That sounds like an awesome match.
You need to see this match.
Okay.
You get a chance. So, right off the bat, Lio Rush makes the biggest mistake of his career. He proceeds to piss off the 3 other men in the match with him.
Oops.
Yep. He basically looks at Cedric Alexander and goes, the era of Alexander is over. It's now my era. Turns to fucking Akira Tozawa, says something to him. I can't remember what he says, but he bitches at him. And then turns to Alberto Carillo and goes, and who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did you get into this match? You're a fucking nobody.
Mm-mm.
So they were looking at each other as he basically berates all of them. They just turn and look at him, and he gets this look of, oh, shit, on his face. And he proceeds to run around like a pansy, avoiding the 3 of them and like countering some of their stuff. Eventually, they do corner him, beat the shit out of him, and just generally make his life a living hell. And once they've dispatched Lio Rush, they get into the ring to actually properly start the match and go to town on each other. They have an awesome match, jumpy, flippy counters, avoidances. Lio Rush does try to get back into the match, but
don't succeed.
He doesn't succeed. Okay, so here's what happens. He gets into the match. He assaults Akira Tozawa, throws him into the corner, and tries to press the advantage, but Tozawa keeps him at bay with his feet. Eventually, Tozawa gets 2 boots to the chest and shoves him away. But right as he does that, Cedric Alexander saw fit to get back into this match and slide back in the ring and slides in behind Lio Rush. So Lio Rush gets double booted into Alexander, who grabs him and falls back right into a lumbar check.
Nice.
1, 2, 3. So Lio Rush is the first one eliminated.
Okay.
In another great moment here, Cedric had Umberto Carillo in a rear waistlock against the ropes. Umberto was trying to counter that. Tozawa got up on the apron, slingshotted himself over both men into a sunset flip powerbomb on Cedric, and the momentum caused Cedric to actually lift Umberto Carillo into a German suplex.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. So yeah, that happened. But those 3 men proceed to beat the holy hell out of each other, and one thing leads to another. Umberto ends up on his back. Akira hits a drop zone 1, 2, 3. Umberto's eliminated.
Okay, then.
Comes down to Akira versus Cedric. Now, at this point, Cedric is injured. He got injured about halfway through the match. And so he's been selling the injury from that point forward, and it's his arm is injured. And so Akira kind of takes advantage of that. To Cedric's credit, he does put up a somewhat decent fight, but yeah, Akira is he's completely fired up, not injured at all. And at one point, he hits a reverse Frankensteiner on him, plants the top of his head into the mat, and then just turns around and just fucking drop zone 1, 2, 3. Cedric didn't stand a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So your new number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, Akira Tozawa. So he is your winner. And then Buddy Murphy shows up on the old Titantron, cuts promo about, Tozawa winning and stuff and being like, and actually his promo is pretty good. He says something that's almost respectful to Tozawa, where he goes, unlike last time, this time, Akira, I won't be looking past you. I'll be looking through you. So Buddy Murphy's apparently actually going to take Akira Tozawa seriously this time.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that was your main event. It was a hell of a main event. There was a lot of moves.
Sounds like it.
Akira Tozawa had this one where he applied the Dragon Kid Octopus hold. I can't remember who it was to, but he applied it to someone, and they tried to counter out of it. So he spun it around and locked Octopus hold on the other arm. I was like, what? Yeah, and Alberto Carillo making a case for himself here. Just holy crap. This was like the Alberto Carillo showcase. Like him and Tozawa, this was their showcase here. So I have to applaud Alberto Carillo, man. Main event, number 1 contenders match, and he showed that he could hang. So
nice.
Yeah, he at one point Carillo does what I call a reverse somersault standing moonsault. It's basically he does a backflip into a standing moonsault. It's kind of awesome. Hello?
Hello. That sounds awesome.
All right, so 5 points to Buddy Murphy for the promo.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so we'll go in the order eliminated as we do for elimination matches.
Yep.
To Lio Rush, not the man of the hour.
No.
So your base here is 12 points. It's 5 for a match, 3 for the specialty, and 4 for a main event.
Correct.
So 8 base to Leo, plus 4 for plus 3 for counters, or a counter.
You mean 12 base to Leo?
12 base for Leo, 3 for an avoidance, 6 for moves, total of 21 points to Lio Rush.
Okay. 5 is 226.
All right, over to Alberto Carillo. He gets
there we go.
He gets a 12 base, 3 for an avoid, 9 moves, total of 24 points to Alberto Carillo.
Okay, that's 88, 98, 99, 98, 99, 100, 102.
All right. We have Cedric Alexander, the soul of 205 Live. 12 base, 6 for moves, 3 for an elimination.
Okay.
Total of 21 points to Cedric Alexander.
He comes 59.
And your big winner, Akira Tozawa. Get ready for this.
Okay.
So he's got the 12 base.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 35 for winning the match. He has 24 for counters and avoidances. He has 13 moves and 6 points for 2 eliminations for a total of 92 points to Akira Tozawa.
Damn.
Yeah.
32, you said?
92.
92, yeah, sorry. So therefore it's 60, 70, 89. It becomes 333.
Damn.
Indeed.
I'm pretty sure number 1 spot there.
It's close. We'll see.
Well, let's find out. Let's go to the totals.
Yeah, let's check out the totals first, and then we'll worry about the leaderboards. All right, 48-40. What?
No, not quite. Pretty close, though.
48-43 for Extremely Legit Yes Movement. Followed by 44-51 for the Rowdy Last Kickers, and I'm still in last at 28-75.
Mm-hmm. But hey, you got some meaty Cedric Alexander points.
I did. Okay.
And your final leaderboards for the week.
Yeah, we'll check them out. Let's see. All right, top of the leaderboard is Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion, at 347. Just a couple of points ahead of Seth freaking Rollins at 345.
Despite not doing anything at all.
Yep. Akira Tozawa comes in third at 333. Followed by Becky Lynch, the man, at 284. Number one contender for the Raw Women's title. Finn Balor clocking in at 275, pulling his weight this week. Dean Ambrose at 255. The WWE champion Daniel Bryan coming in at 239. Baron Corbin at 236. The SmackDown Women's champion Asuka is at 229.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a tie. We have multiple ties? What happened here?
We have one tie.
Oh, yeah, it's a tie. I think this is 12, but it will be 11 because the top grade. Okay. And we have a tie for the number 10 spot at 228 a pop, Kalisto and Sasha Banks. So we have one extra one in there because of that tie. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Fair. It's heating up, folks.
And if we count the tie as one space, Leo Rush would be next there at 226, just ahead of his associate, 2 points ahead of his associate, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
IC champ there. So there you go.
Fair.
All right. All right, folks. This has been the usual. We'll see you on Saturday for more of the same. And, of course, stay tuned for probably not this weekend, but next weekend we will be covering the next musical in our year of Starkid Run, Firebringer.
Oh, that's right. It is that time of the month again.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time coming up. It's a short month, so.
Yeah.
We'll see you then, folks.